Hello, fellow HSPs. I'm Julie Bieland, and I'm a psychotherapist that specializes in the highly sensitive person. It's also called sensory processing sensitivity, and this is a trait that we see in about 15 to 20% of the population. So I'm also the author of Brain Training for the Highly Sensitive Person, Techniques to Reduce Anxiety and Overwhelming Emotions. I've actually turned this book into an online course as well, and it's been an interesting evolution to get to this point. It started out with me trying to understand myself as a highly sensitive person, and has turned into I have just such a genuine passion for helping highly sensitive people thrive, to understand why we have the challenges that we do, how to access the positives of the trait, because we see both challenges and positives. And I've also developed 2 journals that go with the book and the course, and one is a positives journal, and that's really meant to be so that we have a space where we work through this 8-week program, and you get a place that is all positives. Everything that you write in this journal is positive, so when you see it next to your bedstand or something, you really feel like you can pick it up and feel lifted and boosted in mood, knowing that there's a lot of positives in there, as well as the challenges and growth journal that goes with it. These 2 journals were developed to go with the program. This is an 8-week program for the book and the course. It's a pretty thin book because I've divided it into sections where you go 1 week at a time, so it's an 8-week program. And part of what we learn in here is about the fact that HSPs, which is short for the highly sensitive person, have an overly activated limbic system, and that causes us to feel and experience a lot of anxiety and stress. It's pretty common, and we also can see some depression as well. And I actually screen all of my clients that I see who come in with anxiety, and for the most part, most of them are HSPs. And in fact, some of the research is showing that up to 50% of clients in therapy are actually HSPs. So it's an incredibly important trait to learn about as a therapist and as a person. One of the things that I've loved about my global course is that I get to work with HSPs from all over the world and see how similar we all are. And it really is kind of amazing at how much we share the same experiences. And it feels like a lot of the students that have come through my course feel a real connection to kind of finding their tribe, so to speak. That being around other HSPs can be very validating and normalizing, and I think that's an incredibly important piece to have. Because even though there's maybe one out of 5 people might be an HSP, we do tend to feel like we're in the minority, and that the majority of people experience the world a little bit differently than we do. And I've identified some specific brain differences in an HSP. And I think understanding some of those brain differences is really important to really finding a space to learn how to thrive. And I feel like so many of our positives are sort of covered over sort of the chaos and challenge of being someone that takes in so much information. So a little bit about the program I wanted to kind of talk about. For the course, for example, it's self-paced, and that means that you can log on at any time to read the material and to write in the discussion area. And we all kind of engage with each other. I keep the course generally less than 10 people in a course for the most part. Because I like to feel the intimacy of us sharing and connecting. It's a really safe space, and I kind of hold that container to make sure it's very safe and supportive and nurturing. And that's been something that has been really appreciated by the students. It's depth work. We go into ourselves and explore. I call it compassionate exploration. And we do it for 8 weeks together, and I'm there with you. I come in and write in. So one of the things that I decided to do for this course was I want to make it the less overwhelming. We don't need any more overwhelm as an HSP. So it's actually done through just reading and writing. We don't do video and we don't do live sessions. So I feel like that reduces the pressure of the experience, and many of us express ourselves very well through writing. So you read the material for each week. I talk about different parts of that week, and then we have a discussion area that is part of our course, and we discuss each week's material, and part of it is actually helping us to grow new neural sprouts that allow us to learn how to respond rather than react, and that's something that we can actually train our brains to do, and that's a big, boy, is that a helpful thing as an HSP to be able to do that. So you can see on my course kind of more about it on the website, but just a little information. We talk about limbic system and neural pathway training. We talk about practicing self-care and self-compassion. We identify emotional triggers and as well as sensory triggers, and this is something that's really helpful. And all of these things kind of fill up our positive tank and help us access all those gifts that come with the trait. The incredible intuitive nature and empathy and compassion that we have as HSPs with this trait. So I'm really open to questions. If anyone has any questions about the course, feel free to contact me. I really love this course, and I have a section where people who have taken the course have shared their experiences, and I think that's really, I'll provide a link to that as well. And I just think it's such a beautiful thing to read people's experiences, and it's a really special time, and it's life-changing. So if you're ready to make a change in your life as a highly sensitive person, and you want to be able to reduce stress and have more energy and be healthier in general, this course is especially for you. So come take a look and let me know if you have any questions, and we'll love to have you join us. Take care. Bye-bye.